Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's yours truly, 8th Ounce, the Coca-Cola about the beauty and of awesomeness. How my channel 8 Thoughts started out, I thought I was going to start it off. That's where the name 8 Thoughts comes from. I thought it'd be an intelligent channel where I would, talk about intelligent topics and try to enlighten people. And the actual name 8 Thoughts derives from the name, actually 8 Thoughts was what the 7 deadly sins were called before they were called the 7 deadly sins. You can Google that shit. I'm not going to go into detail about it, but, you got a thing called Google. Anyone ever have a question, just type that into Google and you're going to find the answer. Everything's on there. And I started off my channel, and I figured I would be an intelligent channel with thought-provoking conversation and gameplay commentary over a video game, which kind of seems weird. But anyways, I scratched that idea because when you're young, you go around and you talk to people and you get into arguments with people about different ideologies, or at least some people do, and different thoughts and opinions on certain topics. And what I have learned as I've gotten older is that is a complete waste of fucking time. And never is it more relevant or clear of a waste of time than on the internet. The internet itself is definitely the last place, in my opinion, which I believe is the best opinion in the world, the worst place to try to have an intelligent conversation. The internet is not face-to-face. It is not person-to-person. You don't know who you're talking with. So in other words, it's fucking anonymous. Yeah, there you go. There's a one word to wrap up that sentence that took 30 seconds. And you're talking to these people via chat. And, you could be arguing with some 14-year-old masturbator with pimples all over his face taking his Asperger meds, or you could be talking to a PhD at, Loyola Marymount. I don't know where I got the reference with Loyola Marymount. Rest in peace, Hank Gathers. And when you get older, you start to become less concerned with trying to get your point across, because at the end of the day, you realize it's a waste of time. It really fucking is. There's nothing to be gained. I mean, the last time I checked too, for an example, when an atheist and a theologian and a person who believes in Christ were having a conversation, I never ever heard in my entire life during the middle of a conversation someone said, "You know what, Ben? You're right. God doesn't exist. Fuck it. My whole life has been a lie. Fuck this shit. Let's go do some peyote in the desert and fucking trip balls." You never hear that happen, or vice versa. You know what there, Donald Trump? I do believe in God. God is a great creator, and you're right. You know what the fuck was I thinking? Mexicans suck. We got to build a wall. We got to keep the Muslims out. Fuck Bernie Sanders. And God is great. God will help me. And I'm going to go to church right now and give him some of my money. And hopefully I get touched inappropriately by a priest, because I'm into that kind of weird deviant bullshit. You never hear that in a conversation. You never hear someone change their mind, especially over the internet. I mean, you can have a conversation with an intelligent person. You both can come to agree and disagree, and you can share thoughts, and both you can grow. But that's what I'm trying to prove as well. The majority of people you're going to run into a conversation with are morons. The average IQ is 100, which means that there are a lot of people out there with 70 IQs, just basically barely above the level of a mongoloid. And there's also people with 130 plus IQs, and talking to those people, if you're not in that area, is almost as difficult as trying to converse with the I had a stroke. I just had a stroke. It's one of those news channels, when the person starts talking in tongues, you know what the fuck's going on, and they just fall over off the stage. That just happened, but on the internet here, verbally. No visual representation to prove that point, but it happened. And so he's having a conversation with someone with 130 IQ is just as tough as trying to talk to somebody with a 70 IQ and trying to, converse with them on that level, because a person with 130 plus IQ is thinking on a whole nother level that is incapable, or which you are incapable of pretty much understanding. So just like a person on a 70 IQ is like, Ford trucks, Chevy, four-wheelers, God bless, don't touch my guns, I'm gonna go fuck my cousin now. That's the kind of shit, but just on the opposite level of the spectrum. And I don't know what I've even fucking said or even proven this commentary, but my point is I'm trying to say is this. It's not really worth arguing with people, because at the end of the day, you're not going to change your mind anyways. And when you get older, you learn that. And when you're young, you don't know that. And that's pretty much the fucking sum of this conversation. So with that being said, y'all be cool, stay in school, say no to drugs, look both ways before crossing that street, help prevent forest fires, make sure to brush and floss regularly to help promote healthy oral hygiene. And last but not least, brought to you in part by Rockstar Energy Drink, stay black and don't let the white man bring you down.